Armor protects your health, so if you get double health, you're going to actually prevent basically double damage.
So should I buy anything to do that?
Yeah, we're going to buy health right now. So go back, all the way back to the main screen. You're going to go Defense, Health. And the big health item in this game is Warmog's Armor. You're going to scroll down. Warmog's Armor right there for 3,000. And that's going to give you the most possible health. So double click that, I'm going to buy it straight up. And now for every minion and champion kill, Warmog's Armor will actually add more health regeneration and armor. So you get a base of 920 health out of it. But then it says for every minion for every minion kill you get an extra 3.5 health, and for every champion kill you get an extra 35 health. And the bonus is capped, it says at 350. So this item will give you a base of 1,270 armor when it's all said and done. So yeah, you're dying here. You're gonna want to go and defend these suckers. I'm running with here, so just go ahead and slow down Gangplank, and you should be able to kill them all. So ult it. Heal him.
Keep going?
Yep, slow down Tarek now. Spirit Fire. Keep going after Tarek, he's weak. Okay, we'll go after everything. And this is kind of where Nasus gets ridiculous late game, so he can just kind of kill the whole team, and people can't do anything to stop him. So you want to just keep running after, slow him down. Alright, now Ash is back, so you kind of want to leave here. And your ghost will be up in here just 8 seconds. Yeah, you're good. Probably rushed you a little bit too far there, because your team is actually just back at the base and not really... Oh, Kog'Maw's actually pushing the turret on the bottom lane, on the top lane over there, if you look over him. And
so
now...
I only have 4 people on my team, including myself.
I actually think your Pantheon and your Cho'Gath left. Oh, your Pantheon.
My Pantheon is still here.
Your Cho'Gath did leave, so you are doing a 4v5 if I'm correct. Yeah, they're all relatively high levels. The roads are all there, but your Cho'Gath's still like level 11, if you look at the top. So he's not even here in the game anymore.
Okay.
And this kind of happens a lot when you're at the lower levels. People just don't care, or they just know what they're doing, or they have bad computers, and they just leave a lot. And just kind of as you get higher, it still happens, but it happens less and less often, which is what you have to just wait for. So you can go ahead and buy all your dead still. So let's go back to the shop and see what else you can get. At this point, they're only... If you tab again.
So I should exit out.
We're a little bit lag there. We can look at their team. So Ashe is doing physical damage. Gangplank's doing physical damage. Kog'Maw is doing magic. So we're going to build a little bit of magic resistance inside here. So we're going to go back. And you're still in defense, so you're going to go with
magic resist?
Magic resist, yes. And we're going to get that Negatron cloak.
Ah.
And we're going to build that into a Force of Nature. And Force of Nature heals you for 1% of your health each second. I think it heals you for 0.35%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but every second it's happening, so it does translate into a huge amount of health, especially for Nasus since he's so hard to kill.
So we are about 45 minutes into the game. Is this usual time? Is it more? Is it less?
I think the game is advertised anywhere from 30 to 40 on an average. Games can take, I mean, I've had a game lasting just about 80 minutes.
Wow.
And that's atrocious. So slow down, Tarek. You probably chase after him.
Oh.
Nope, find the whole thing's there. Hopefully your team will focus Gangplank, because he's really the only threat. So if you want to slow him down, oh, Pantheon can jump in. Fantastic. So, yeah, he's dead. He's kind of pushing forward here. And I want you to slow Gangplank every time you have the opportunity. He's the only threat. Now go ahead and use your one ability. Run faster, slow him down. Use your ultimate. You can usually tank this turret. Just tank it. Just sit on it.
Tank the turret?
Because you have so much health, armor for that. You can pretty much just sit here all day long. Pretty much. So now we're going back out because you're sitting all day long. Now, I'm gonna go back now your Gangplank's dead. Usually, I guess I do only 3.
Gangplank died?
Yep, Gangplank died, so... now you can just go ahead and... Now that your troops are here, you can just go ahead and hit this turret all day long. Oh, and now you're gonna back up. Okay. And I realize now that I forgot earlier, is that your Thornmail actually does damage back to them. So, every time some champion hits you when they're in their own turret range, your Thornmail will do damage to them, which will make the turret attack you. I just totally forgot about that. Same thing is true for an item called Sunfire Cape. It does damage to everyone around you, and if you have a Sunfire Cape and you go into the turret, and their champion gets close to you, the turret will automatically attack you. So go ahead and slow down this Pantheon here.
It is never
And this is where, I mean, late game is really where Nasus, you can just kind of see this really slow. It's ridiculous. Because, like, most of them are doing attack damage. Most of them are relying on auto attacks. And the fact that you can just basically make them attack at a snake's pace is gigantic.
So even if I'm being defensive, sometimes it'd be good to slow.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're running away, you can slow down and they basically just freak it. Now you're really low HP, and you got some money, and Gangplank's back. So we're gonna run.
Should I hit B yet, or will it take too
just
long?
run all the way back, because Gangplank...
where angels
You won't be B by now, actually.
tread.
So now will I continue to buy items?
I don't think you have enough to finish off your Force of Nature. If you go to the shop, we can check here.
Their death
Hit that Force of Nature
awaits.
left. Yep, right there. So we need another 18. We need another 1,000 just about. So close the shop, we'll wait for 1,000 gold to come in, and then we'll come back and get that Force of Nature.
Okay.
Now Gangplank is attacking you see in your base.
Try my
Okay.
patience.
So we're just gonna try and kill him again. He doesn't actually have... He has a very small amount of armor, which it's kind of silly of him, but...
Your soul
Salty. Oh, someone's coming in. Don't worry about him. Q? Wither? Tier number 1. Oh, great. Slow down. Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Your Pantheon's just gonna run right to you.
You have slain an enemy. Your inhibitor is respawning soon.
Okay, so you got that.
And that was kind of unintentional, but that was actually a pretty good idea to do. If you get really fed, you can only get so much. Like, right now, Chris is 8, 2, and 12. So, and fed is when you get a lot of kills and lots of money. So he gave that kill unintentionally, I believe, to Pantheon.
Yeah.
And letting Pantheon get better, it's just another champion enough to deal with. Because Gangplank, we just saw, can't kill you. Gangplank and Pantheon together can't kill you. But probably their old team. Right now you can just go after Tarek, don't even worry about him. Pantheon's here. Hopefully he'll catch on that you're gonna go. And just keep attacking. And this is kind of why I say Nasus is so noob friendly, just because late game you can do this kind of crap. And in a perfect world, your Q would be a little more farmed, but you can't for everything. Now go to the turret. You can just kill the turret. So just go to the turret, attack, hit Q, and you can see that your Q does damage to turrets. So if you really farm your Q up, it will make a huge difference to how fast you can hit this thing. And then we check how fast their Gangplank comes back. He is back now, actually. So we're gonna go ahead and run away. You can actually head bottom if you want to kill Ash. She's down there. So kind of run straight down to the bottom lane, try to cut her off. You can use the minimap to click too.
So down here?
Yeah, you can see where she's running on the minimap down there.
Of a cycle
So she's gonna run right to you. Slow her down.
is over.
Fantastic. And that Gangplank's coming in again.
So I should run.
No PPs. Alright, so now you're out of mana at this point, so you might as well just go back home to your base. Oh, Gangplank. Alright, so hit.
So now I should have enough for,
You do have enough for Force of Nature at this point in time. And if we go over your Q ability here, let's see how much you have on it now.
Q ability, this one?
Yeah, you have an extra 231 damage on that. So that's not as high as it should be at this point in game if you're actually like playing Nasus
Right.
competitively, but that's a pretty good amount.
So I should buy this now.
Yep, buy that. And then at this point,
So I'm
you
full.
are full. So and you have 900-ish left. So go back to your. You're not done
Oh,
yet. Go back to your
okay.
shop. Once you get kind of later in the game, hit back
Fear to tread.
twice. Go back to consumables.
Oh, sorry.
Usually these things are called red potion and green potions, or like potion of fortification, potion of brilliance, and potion of agility, I believe. But right now they're these red ginseng teas, and the green tea, and the blue lassie tea.
I do like some ginseng tea, it is quite tasty.
Chris is a tea fanatic over here. So this will grant you, depending on what level you are, like 235 extra health, and do a 10 attack damage. So go ahead and double click that, and that will automatically apply. And then the green T will make you crit more often.
What? Crit?
This will give you attack speed and
critical.
critical strike, so hit that.
I do love green tea.
And then the blue T will actually give you ability power, which doesn't really matter, and cool introduction, which will be really cool. So hit double click that, and now you get this little white glowy aura around you, and you're basically, your build is done at this point in the game.
So now how do I use these potions? Oh, they last for 4 minutes?
When you don't have any items left, they activate on you automatically. But if you have like item slots open, they'll go to your items, and then you hit like whatever. Like if it's in the 6th slot, you hit 6, and the potion activates. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go up the river here, or here on a minute.
Okay, right here.
Yep. This is the game has these neutral buffs, which are all these little X's. I mean, all this like skull and crossbones all over the place. And this one right here is the big guy. He's a Baron Nasus, so you gotta use your ultimate on him.
If it is
And your ultimate, this Nasus is a really good Baron killer because his ultimate does percent HP of max health. So each second Nasus is doing, I think, 8% of his max health. And since he's really hard to kill, so you use your Spirit Fire on him as well. That will reduce his armor. Nasus is, well, almost always in solo Baron later in the game. Usually you have your team here and you're getting carried. Alright, and now we're gonna go back to base because your base is being raped. So hit B. And then we're gonna run out and try to defend your middle turrets. Hopefully your team will be. Don't run out too far. What gangplank? Run back to your turrets, so you want them to help you. Don't run out. If your team's big, keep it slow on gangplank if you can. He's really doing good damage. The Pantheon's right next to you.
So I'm just gonna take him out.
And then, like I said before, your Q comes back before it basically ends. So you can just keep infinitely slowing him with cool introduction.
Oh, I accidentally put R.
That was a little bit of a mistake. And now go back to your base, because I think Gangplank's been destroying your team. Oh, Pantheon's back. Okay. At this point, go ahead and type, so hit enter is how you start the chat, and just say defend the base.
Okay.
And we're going to use your teleport and go down to this menu wave up top. So click over Ashes on your minimap and teleport one of those minions.
So
D. And now Ash has a little thing around her, that's called a Banshee's Veil. Don't use your E, use your W on her first. Sorry, not your W. That's what I meant not to do. I'm sorry. But that will prevent the next negative ability that affects her. So go ahead and ghost after her. And slow her down the next chance you get. And just kill her. W. Okay, good. Now go up to that inhibitor up there.
This guy?
Kill that sucker.
Rampage.
Q. Every chance you get, Q that thing. Now what happens a lot is this is what's called a base race, I'm gonna call it. And you guys are just racing to kill each other's base.
So this is kind of like a base trade in StarCraft.
Yes, but once the base dies, you die. So Gangplank's gonna come try to kill you, you can go ahead and kill him by himself. So just slow him down.
Yes.
That was a quick place to kill.
Oh, really?
Pantheon, don't worry about Pantheon, just kill the extra inhibitor over there. And then... And now we're gonna start running. Because there's 3 of them there, and they're all slow. So use your number 1 ability, so run fast. You can use slow down Gangplank. Oops. I keep running.
Oh dear.
I don't worry about it. You're fine. And one of the main... Before people really recognize this build, people always...
Should I go back now?
Yeah, go back and slow him.
Their death awaits.
Keep farming minions. People got an item called Trinity Force, and they kind of thought that was basically the sole Nasus build that existed. And that's just frankly not true. This is basically the mainstream best build for Nasus now, because as you can see, he's getting really hard to kill. I mean, he's basically they basically can't stop him, and he's doing a huge amount of damage. So go ahead and slow Kog'Maw down, just get him dead. Hopefully your team's gonna catch up here and realize what's going on. Your ultimate can't make up, so go ahead and throw that sucker off in the slow game. Lag.
Yeah, oh dear.
Oh good. Kill them.
I
Keep
didn't
running.
kill.
You did. Someone did.
Yeah.
Your referee's back
That's
up. So hit
actually
number 1. Hit number 1. Alright. You broke her rail again. And he has kick hog monkey. So slow him down. Next chance to get. Yay. Now you're walking on cog muscle going on, so that's why you're so slow.
Divination.
So I'm good on health.
Slow Ash down now. Carrot.
How's that, Sarah?
That's okay. Just get that together. And the inhibitors make your minions stronger now.
So this will make their minions weaker.
No, it'll make your minions. See the big tank minion there? It will summon those same things for you. Alright, now we're gonna keep running. I think Gangplank has 26 seconds left on his thing. So we're gonna go ahead and take out this turret down here. So run over to this turret and just whack away at it. Oh, Cogmon's back. Run over. Start running. Cogmon can do a little bit of damage too. He has passive abilities that let you percent of your HP. And that's the main thing that makes it is percent damage. So use your 1 to run way fast.
I did.
No, you didn't. There we go.
Yeah.
You got out, you're fine. Keep going back, because I'm going to be chasing after you for a while, most likely.
There, for grace, I
Your
go.
inhibitor
And
is
go to your top
respawning
lane over there. Well, Gangplank just
Go
teleported
there?
too. Oh, you actually go to your turret, because Gangplank just teleported in. So you're going to want to heal up quick and hopefully defend from Gangplank before you kill your turret. So once your Nexus turret dies, that's really don't... Okay, slow him down, slow him down. And just take him out. Just go, don't even worry about it. You can probably kill him underneath. Stay underneath your turret though, so don't shoot him. Slow him down again. Can't see I'm going to help you. He stuns them anytime soon. And use your armor. Use your spirit fire, yep. Fantastic.
Nice.
So now you're wanting to defend your own inhibitor. So Pantheon will do this, and now you can see Terex over here. So go back to the other inhibitor.
So I should take out him.
You should just defend it. You know, I don't think you're gonna take out anyone.
Did I go
You
heal?
may die. Oh yeah, you can get away.
Oh, shoot.
Cogma got you.
Alright. So that was no good.
Now this game is getting a little stupid at this point in time. This should have ended a long time ago. If Cho'Gath was still here, your team would have won. But
Really?
you are doing a 4v5 right now, so
So we're doing well for 4 versus 5.
you're technically winning, because you can see 2 of their inhibitors are gone, and all yours are back now. After 5 minutes, your inhibitors do respawn. So,
Oh, okay.
when to go back to your base, you're going to buy those potions again.
So the
And
red,
you can't
the
actually buy
green, and
this
the
till you
blue.
come back alive, so just get ready to do that when you're dead, and when you're alive again.
Okay.
And hopefully, the top lane will push. It has super minions, and their lane does not have super minions. So your top lane's going to push to their base, and hopefully they'll be in yours, and your minions will be in theirs, and you can teleport and kill their base before your base kills yours.
Okay, so...
That makes sense, because at this point in the game, it's just going back and forth, and it needs to end. And the games don't usually last this long, guys, so if you're like, oh wow, this game's almost an hour now, do not be discouraged.
Yeah, and I'm only level 2.
It gets to 45 minutes.
The game is to 45 minutes, that is actually fairly rare. So buy all those potions again, and...
Teleport here?
Don't teleport there, not yet. If you're like, you can just walk there for now. Oh, and Baron's back up, so go back to your... How long is Gangplank dead? Your team's in their base, so go ahead and support your team, so just run down there.
Okay.
Well, your team's probably gonna die, actually.
Should I go to
Keep
Baron?
keep running down there. Hopefully, Gangplank, I don't know if that's gonna be. Slow him down, slow him down. Fantastic.
It is
Pretty. Alright, now he has an item, basically from second line. So go ahead and slow Gangplank down. Fortunately, he doesn't get as much armor, but as much health for the second line. So that's basically going to be game here. You just wipe out their whole team.
Did I get the kill?
Cogmon got the kill on that
Okay,
one.
that's fine.
So you basically wipe out their whole team. That's a threat to you. So slow Cogmon down, you can kill him. No problem.
I bring death.
Alright. And then take out this turret. Just do it. Never fail.
It's a lot of cooldown. Cooldown's super quick now.
You actually have... There's a cap on the cooldown reduction. It's at 5 seconds. I mean, it's at 5 seconds. 40%. So he's actually at 45% with that potion. So that's
it? We won?
That's a win of League of Legends, and that really shows the powerhouse of Nasus' late game, because he becomes so tanky that it's so hard to kill him. And with his Q, at least if Chris had got a lot more minions, his Q would have taken out easy fourth to half of their team's HP. Every time, one of their champions' HP, every time he used it. Maybe not on Gangplank. Gangplank was pretty tanky, that game a lot of HP, but none of them really built armor. If you look, see it continue. Oh, I think this is going to end our video, won't it?
It might. Fraps doesn't seem to run on the, like...
client into this, but in
Yeah.
the game it's good. So, Nasus is a noob-friendly character. He gets really tanky, hard to kill. You can do some damage with it, and he's really good because to be good with Nasus, you have to get last hits with your Q. And last hitting, I want to stress again, is the biggest piece of advice I can give to people who want to get better at this game or people who want to start this game. Last hitting is huge. Teams win with last hitting more so than anything else. So that's the big piece of wisdom I want to impart. I think this is going to be it for our first video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any constructive criticism, put it in the comments below. And hopefully we'll be putting more of these out later on in this semester.
Yeah, and so this is Chris.
And I'm Sean.
And we will see you guys later with some more League of Legends videos.